Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shield Bash. I am Mark, your GM and Master of Ceremonies for today, and to my right,
Will, playing Uko, the cleric.
Once turned a guy into a newt, Bridger, played by Jason.
he got better.
And Donk, played by Curtis.
Not to forget about Pete playing Nat, and...
Yeah, how's that feel, Pete? I'm Britt. I'm playing Balmy Taker.
Right on.
Taking her balmy.
So everybody's back around the octagon-shaped table here at the Shield Bash Studios. How's everybody?
Feeling full now. Now I got some food in my belly.
Yes.
You know, we should really try to get a sponsorship from Subway. We support them all the time here at Shield Bash. It's the closest restaurant to the Shield Bash Studios, but that's beside the point.
Not a big fan.
Well, you know.
But we do have our original sponsor,
Yeah,
Pete's Chicken Ranch.
the best cock in Farmer Cities. Whole lot of clucks for just a few bucks.
Subway's got more money, though, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Since they're, like, an actual place.
Details.
Pete's Chicken Ranch is a place. It might not be a restaurant,
Yet,
but it's a place.
In our hearts.
I tell you, man, we could steal that big cock statue out of Rural King, and I mean that could be on your lawn tomorrow, and that'd be a great mascot.
Somebody at Rural King is going, the what?
I think we should get that one I sent you guys a picture of over in East Peoria, because I don't think they'd look for it here in Farmer City.
I mean, if they listen to the podcast, they will now.
Good job, Britt.
Well, there's only a few people I know
Had
that
the
would
perfect
know, but they wouldn't tell on us.
Well, let's implicate them. What are their names?
Yeah, let's snitch them out right now.
Now, if that disappears, we're really screwed.
So how you guys feel? You beat all the kobolds.
Digging it.
Yeah, they're just kobolds.
They were a menace under Otari that, had they been allowed to complete their plans, it could have been pretty bad for the seaside town. I think you guys are, like, right on the cusp of hero status, but we'll find out when you finish out the rest of the adventure.
Pete, you say that. Yeah, they're just kobolds. We're just second level.
Based on all of the things they've been saying, I would imagine that their plan was to replace the stork.
Release the baby.
Anyway, Bridger actually doesn't feel particularly great about this. It's more of like a grim task that he doesn't really want to do, but he knows it needs to be done because, he's still wandering through these tunnels slaughtering people. So, he's not thrilled by it, but better than the alternative. That's by far true.
This is the first time Uko would have probably ever seen a kobold, so he's like imagining these things are actually pretty awful.
Like, scaly humans?
They're not that.
At all.
No. Mm-mm.
No, not at all. But you do know Nat thinks everything that's not a gnat is a human. So.
Yes. Uko's aware that
That's not
they're
true.
sentient creatures, but he's also...
I don't know, she's always referring to everyone as humans.
It is true.
No, I remember when we first met her, though, she said anybody that's tall is human, anything that's smaller is a gnome. Oh. We just have yet to find anything smaller than her to be a gnome.
I sit corrected.
Hey, Britt, did you end up taking that sword?
Yeah, I'll carry it around for now.
So Donk has got the hat that we found last time. Balmy has got the smoking longsword.
Smoking!
It's smoking.
Uko got the wand.
And Uko got the wand of healing. So everybody got some kind of cool stuff. We got a little bit of money. We got a picture. We got a nice bracelet. And we've got a hole in the wall where Donk had thrown a poor, hapless, dead kobold. And while he was telling Balmy that he had heard something growl and kind of echoey throughout the big cavern where the glowy mushrooms were, they were talking about that, and all of a sudden they heard and looked over and saw the kobold's feet disappear from the doorway, and then they heard a whoop, whoop sound, and then silence. So what would you guys like to do about that?
Hey, Balmy and, not Uko, Balmy and Donk, why don't you guys go in that room over there? We'll follow you.
You think that's where them fishy is?
I think the fish were discovered by Bridger as bones at the bottom of that hole.
Well, and Donk did say, I mean, he reiterates that he saw several smashed barrels and crates with Otari Fishery Industries stamped on the side in that cavern in front of you guys.
Yeah, and I don't want to speak ill of somebody who's not here to defend themselves, but we'll probably need to get a lot of these bones and things back with us, because that Hammerly lady doesn't seem like she can understand anything that's not thrust right in her face. So we may need to physically show her that these fish are gone, otherwise she may not understand.
Fair point.
She kind of dance. Is that what you're saying?
I would have picked a dumb, but it equates to much the same thing.
All right. Well, here goes.
Take yourselves up to the entry there of the cavern, and I will
Put me
tell
in
you
front
what you
because
see.
I'm the trap spotter out of the two of us. Thank you.
Yeah, Mark, you've described this hole as just barely big enough. Or is there squeezing rules in this edition, or how does that
Well,
work?
you're not going to have to squeeze, but you will have to get down and crawl in because you're the tallest being here. Everything else is the hole is probably about 3 feet tall and wide enough for a kobold to fit through. So you can go through there. You won't have to squeeze, but it's not something you can just walk through because you're so tall. You and Uko will have to kind of do the Eskimo crawl into the igloo, so to speak.
Meanwhile, the sprite just rides the corgi just right through.
So when you guys come into the doorway there, and Donk's already seen this, but the rest of you, as you get a look over and through and past the goblin and the dwarf, you see towering yellow mushrooms covering the floor of this vast cavern, some reaching over 10 feet in height. They seem to emit a pale yellow-green light, giving the entire chamber a subdued but eerie glow. Shattered remnants of barrels, torn open containers, and crates, where their contents are nowhere to be seen, lay scattered about the base of each of the mushrooms. Somewhere off on the far side of the chamber, something stirs in the dim light, and a faint snarl comes again from the shadows. What would you like to do, Bummy? You're in the lead.
I guess I'm going to take a few steps in and see what happens here.
Hey.
Too late. What are you doing, Donk? Are you following Bummy into the cavern?
Don't bother me. I'm working.
Okay,
Don't bother me, son. You bother me.
I'm going to use message for my cantrip,
Okay.
and I got to select a target for that, right?
Yeah.
So I'll put message on Sprite there,
Okay.
the little girl on the dog.
Knit.
Yeah, that's it. And then I will proceed in.
All right.
And Nat would try to stealthily follow them.
With the bouncing light.
While glowing?
Yes, stealthing.
We'll see how that works out for you. What's your stealth roll?
24
No, your bonus. I'll roll for you.
plus 8.
Okay. All right, Bridger. Are you getting the conga line of death? I mean the marching order?
Did you roll stealth for me as well?
No, because you didn't say you were going to stealth. You said you used message.
I did use message.
Yeah, and Mommy didn't say he used stealth either, so he just walked on in there like a
Okay.
boss.
Hence, although I'm glowing, I think I'm okay at the moment.
And what about you, Uko? Are you going to come from the side you're on, or are you going to? What are you doing? Where are you going to stand?
Yeah, I'll follow behind Bridger, or unless he's hesitating to enter.
No, well, Bridger has moved to the other side of the entrance,
Right.
Because he will not wish to be in the aforementioned conga line of death.
Okay, Uko will look at him funny and then join the conga line of death.
Okay, that's what Uko would do. I can see that.
Lightning bolt?
Not exactly.
Death attack.
However, you do hear a familiar sound, Donk and Bommy. You hear when
it's a train.
suddenly, coming out of the air into the glow of the mushrooms, is a large, scaly shape. In fact, a bright green dragon dives into view, and although the beast doesn't seem to be much larger than you, the large leathery wings and snapping jaws make this hatchling look like an ancient worm. The creature gazes at you with cunning eyes and snorts a cloud of yellow vapor. With a fierce roar, the dragon charges forward to attack. Let's roll initiative.
And I can roll stealth for my initiative this time.
You certainly can.
Hence why I did that.
All right, let me see how
It's a good plan.
how the baby does. Very nice. All right, Bommy, what'd you get, bud?
19.
19. Okay, glad you put that teen on there because you were going to be hurting. All right, Donk,
22.
Bridger,
20.
Nat,
24.
ooh, Uko,
17.
17. Well, I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is you all did pretty good on initiative. The bad news is the baby beat ya.
To be fair, I did roll a 23. It just wasn't in the box.
Well, then if it don't count, if it's not in the box.
Exactly.
Sloppy dash. Sloppy dash.
First time today I've rolled over a 10.
So, you guys are confronted with a dragon. All right, it's a small dragon, a baby dragon, if you will, a hatchling. But they are fierce and they are cunning. And you guys are all in the conga line of death, as I like to call it. And so, it goes... and a cone of billowing gas, yellow in color, vapor goes out and spreads in a 30-foot cone. So, everybody needs to give me a basic reflex save. There we go.
Would this be considered an inhaled effect?
Well, it's gas, but it's also, it's poison, so it's like... doesn't say you can hold your breath to avoid it, so I'm guessing...
Well, the reason I ask is I get a +1 bonus to saving throws against inhaled threats. Such
then there
as
you
poisons.
go. Perfect.
So this counts. Okay.
Because it's an inhaled poison, yes. Has everybody got their save made?
Uh-huh.
All right. Bommy, what'd you get?
21.
Okay, that is a failure, but it's a regular failure.
Perfect.
Fuck.
Pete,
20.
also a failure, so that's 2.
Who's going to get the crit fail?
26.
26, you say? You are successful, Donk. Well done.
16.
Failure.
25?
Success. So, 3 failures, 2 successes. So, let me do some damage rolling here, and we'll see who's still alive. I mean, standing. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, no, what I said the first time.
Hey, well, I didn't kill you right off the bat, though. Look at that.
Well, you don't know that yet.
So, if you failed, you take 19 points of poison damage.
Jesus.
If you saved, you only take half of that, because it's a basic reflex save. But the good thing is, they can't do that a lot.
Once is all it really takes.
And the other good thing is, that was its turn, because it moved and then it breathed. So, Nat, you are up.
All right, so Nat is going to hunt the dragon.
You don't have to hunt it, it's right there.
As an action.
Yeah, gotcha.
Will then cast gravity weapon as an action.
Gravity weapon.
And then hunted shot the little turd.
All right. First hero point, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, still a miss, but it's not a crit fumble. That's a 26 to hit
Ding, 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 ding. You are successful, sir.
for 12 damage.
All right. And that was piercing damage, correct?
That is correct.
That seems to all have gone through. It kind of roars in a little bit of pain. You said 6, correct?
My damage was 12.
Donk, you are up. What are you going to do? I guess everybody's still alive, right? Nobody went down?
So far.
Okay, good. Phew.
For the moment. If y'all want to stay, close to get healed, that's cool. Otherwise, you're going to be on your own very soon.
Not Donk. Donk's is like, YOLO, motherfuckers.
We're going to twin feint.
Donk Roy Jenkins.
On that first attack, that's a 26.
That hits. It'll be flat-footed to your second attack.
It's 10 points of damage on the first one.
Nice.
And that is a 27
That is also a hit. Good job.
for 13 points of damage.
Good round. That is nice damage.
Help me out,
Donk.
Balmy.
Nice damage, Donk. And Balmy's going to have to wait a beat because it's Bridger's turn.
All right, what is the appropriate skill for these? Is it Arcana?
I believe that it's nature off the top of my head. Let me double check. I'm going to go with nature.
Okay. That sucks because that makes my total of 10. So I don't think I know much more than that it's a dragon.
It's a green dragon, and it breathes poison.
Jeez.
Found that one out.
I mean, I am at 1 fucking hit point, so I don't even know. I'm afeared. I'm scared.
Told you I'd be getting that frightened card back out.
I'm looking at my spell list here because I don't have a lot of other abilities. If this thing could hit me with its breath weapon, I presume I can see it.
Well, if you're not around the lip of the thing, because you were on the side of the door, right? Did you move back in?
It looks like a straight shot to me.
Yeah, you can look around the corner there and see him.
In that case, he pulls out the old standby of like whoosh and tries his Shroud of Night,
All right.
which I believe allows a will save.
Yeah, it is a will save, and he does not have dark vision, so this might work.
Oh, thank God!
This might work.
You mean something besides us doesn't have dark vision?
Right.
What
Let's
you're
see.
talking about?
15 on the die plus his modifier. He said will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 27.
Oh, go figure.
Dragon.
Yeah. 2nd level.
Hey, don't talk to me. Talk to Paizo. You guys have heard it. It looks like it's bloodied, thanks to Donk and to Nat. Bridger, you used 2 actions for that spell. You got 1 left? No? Was 1 action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bridger is going to give guidance to Nat. That's my 3 actions. Knowledge check, spell.
Okay, awesome. And that brings up Balmy Taker.
Knowledge nature? Oh, wait, they don't call it knowledge here, do they? It's just
Recall knowledge.
recall knowledge. Okay, let's try that. It's a 18 on the die. I got a plus 7 with that. Nature. So what do we know?
All right. Well, you already know that this is a hatchling dragon, a wormling. It's a green dragon. It breathes gas, poison gas. You can ask me for 1 piece of useful information, or I'll just give you a piece. It has a special attack.
Aside from the breath weapon?
Aside from the breath weapon, these young dragons are not only very territorial, they're cunning, but they're also very aggressive, and they have a special attack called Draconic Frenzy. Now, this ability allows the beast to spend 2 actions to make 2 claw strikes and a tail strike in any order. The second and third strikes do count as the multiple attack penalty, so they will have the itinerary of attack penalties, but they can do it all 3 attacks for only 2 actions.
Interesting.
And if you would have got higher than that, I could have told you the last thing that it can do that's pretty cool. But now you've got flanking and made it flat-footed. Good job.
Yeah, I kind of need that.
Now, you did move, right?
1 action. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So hang on just a second. Let me see if this other special thing comes into play.
Combat reflexes.
Kind of like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that'll work. All of a sudden it reacts to you and its tail whips around.
Okay.
And it makes a strike at you with its tail.
If it's targeting me, I'm going to invoke dodge.
It was a reaction, yeah.
It was a
so
reaction?
you could use your dodge, but I don't think it's going to hit you. I think it was kind of confused about which side you were going at, and it only rolled a 12, so I think that misses.
No, yep. I'm
All
safe.
right.
So now I'm going to stab it.
Stab it with your steely knives.
Maybe. It's a 19.
Ooh, no, its scales turn your strike away.
All right. Got to try again.
Wait a minute.
That's 1, 2.
She had guidance, right? Yeah, just missed.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me I'm out of actions.
You are out of actions.
Oh, I guess you're right, because the knowledge check is a
Yep,
action,
knowledge
isn't
check,
it?
moved, and
Son of
attacked.
a bitch. I forgot about that part. Okay.
But have no fear, Uko is here. Uko, what are you going to do?
I have a very Uko question real quick.
Okay.
I've been looking it up, but I can't find an answer. Do emanation spells go around walls?
Ooh.
If so, we're about to have a bad time.
I believe so, because there's an opening, so it's not like you're inside a room and they're outside a room. There's an opening.
Okay, so like if I cast heal, for instance, after stepping 1 to the left of me, stepping 1 away from Bridger, it wouldn't hit that creature, but it would hit Donk.
Can I point out that if you step, you're not going to be able to do the emanation?
Yes, I'm just, for instance,
Okay.
What is the emanation range?
30 feet. Right now it hits the dragon, which is what I'm trying to avoid, healing the dragon.
So you're going to step 1 this way?
Yeah, if I would, let's say I was standing
To the left of the...
1 to the left, would that then miss the dragon? Because I believe it's 30 feet out, and then the next one over would be one
Yeah,
back.
because it's not a big square like that, so I can put it in that back one, and that would actually work. If you took a step to the left, you could not hit it and hit
I
that.
gotcha. Okay. Well, I would like to heal everybody, but I would also like to not heal it. So I think I'm going to heal the 2 people next to me that I can heal very easily first. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. I love that.
Because if I move, I'm healing pretty much nobody. I will go ahead and 2-action heal Bridger.
Thank you so much. I'm dying.
That is 17 points of health back.
So I just put a little 8 after the amount that I have now, and there we go.
Nice.
And then I will battle medicine. Battle medicine's one action, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I will battle medicine Nat.
Why you gotta be fighting medicine? I don't understand.
Another hero.
Did you almost hurt me?
No. There's no sharing of hero points. I'm sorry.
I did now. it would have been a crit fail before, I think, but now it definitely is.
You're doing it wrong.
Nat takes 5 points of damage.
I'm really not so sure you're supposed to handle a sprite like that.
Hey, what are you? Ow!
Not up there! Not up there!
I'm not a puppet.
I'm going to pretend that never happened, and I used a bandage that was too big, and you started suffocating.
That hole's supposed to be there!
The fumes from the medicine are just too strong for something that small.
Important thing, I'm still conscious.
That's good, because that's all my actions.
However, I may have pissed off a dragon, so I may not be conscious long.
Yeah, you did hit it pretty hard.
And yeah, so that's the end of Uko's turn. So it is now the
Also known as the beginning of sadness.
or as I like to call, the beginning of the end. It's got 2 targets right there that enraged it when they came and they stabbed it on either side, and it's got the little glowing light there at the beginning. I'm gonna do a roll. She hit it for quite a bit of damage. She is glowing, and we'll see what it's going to do here.
And more than a mouthful's of waste, right?
Right. However,
No.
it decides it's going to take it's going to go into a frenzy and attack the 2 that are closest to it.
Yay.
Yeah. So the first attack will be a tail strike at Bommy. Since it missed him with the first one, it's going to try to come back and whap you with it.
Then I got the dodge action going.
Yep. Let's see. That is straight off the bat. That is a 21. Does that hit?
Yes.
All right. Take 5 bludgeoning damage. That was minimum damage, folks. The next attack will be on Donk, because we don't want him to feel left out. And this will be a claw attack. 22.
Yep.
That is 8 points of claw slashing damage. And now I want it to be fair, so 1 to 2, 3 to 4. It's a 4. It's going to try to claw Donk one more time. And that's probably going to miss horribly. Yeah, that will not hit with a 12. So you are safe as you duck under the second claw attack. That was 2 of its actions. Let's see, it's going to go for its last attack. And again, it'll This time it's going to go for Bommy. It's going to try to bite Bommy with its last attack. So this is its worst attack.
Oh, good.
That is a 22.
Yeah, that's.
With the minus 10?
17 on the dice.
I'm gonna
Brings
be
it down to 7. 7 plus the jaw is 14, so that's 21.
Wow.
That's a whole lot of damage.
I might be dead, boys.
It actually doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
I know.
And you are going to have to give me a fortitude save because it had poison in its mouth from the breath weapon, I'm thinking.
You know, I really begin to feel like they wrote this thing where they're like,
19.
you know, kobolds and like the troglodytes were kind of, the Zolgats were kind of tough, but then it's like kobolds, a few traps, a little thing you just stand in the water for, and then like they're just like, okay, now let's remind them, fuck you.
Here's some
make
dude in a
sure.
Paizo just going, wait till they play this part.
Here's our CR9 dragon. Here you go.
The good news is, well, the bad news is you failed your save. The good news is you were already dead, so you don't take any additional poison damage. However, when they do get you back up, if they get you back up, you'll have to deal with the poison, or you'll just go right back down again. Yeah, that happened. That's all its attacks, and Bommy is down.
Gooder and gooder.
And he's got like really large holes from the fangs of the dragon in him. And it is now Nat's turn again.
Hey, stupid! Don't do that. Die. And hunted shot.
Right on.
Your guidance. That's on one roll, right?
I'll double check here.
I believe that is correct.
1.
Does a 20 hit?
Ooh, no, I'm sorry.
All right, so that's one action. Screw it. I'll shoot it again.
Shoot it now. Shoot it now.
23.
Ding, 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 ding. You are a winner, sir.
Nice.
This one's only 5 damage.
Hey, every little bit helps.
And then swing for the fences. Now, on the multi-attack penalty, on the 4th shot, is it an additional 5, or it just stops at 10?
It stops at 10.
Miss.
Whiff. It's able to duck its head out of the way just before your arrow gets there. Donk, you just saw Bommy get put down on the ground with a big bite, and it hits you too. What are you going to do?
For starters, I'm going to do a twin feint.
We talking FAI or FEI?
Okay, that is a 26.
That works, and it is now flat-footed for your second attack. Give me your second attack.
Okay, on the first attack for damage, I did 7 points of damage.
All right.
And the second attack I missed.
Whiff.
GTFO.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donk is running away from the battle. However, it's a new round. It triggers the dragon's reaction as its tail slaps out to try to hit him. Let's see what happens. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
All right. That tail, you just about make it out, and it whips around and whacks you. Ooh! 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Max damage on that one, folks.
Highly effective.
I think it got him when both of his feet were off the ground when he was running, and it kind of slammed him into the cavern wall. And Donk hits the wall and goes down in a heap. He appears to be dead. Or dying. We're not sure yet. Bridger, you're up.
All right, well, that kind of changes what I was thinking here, so give me a second.
So, like, maybe heal the dragon, heal everybody? Run like hell? Plan later?
Did we even hit the dragon yet?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's hurt. I mean, he's done damage. I don't know. You hit it once, didn't you? Missed it? Yeah, that's right. You missed. But yeah, it's definitely, like I said, it's bloodied. It's it's over half a
me
tip
too.
down.
Hey, so
What do you do?
I'm standing here in this corner. There's a ledge right behind me. It's about 10 feet.
Into the main room?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And if I take any damage, actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. What I'm gonna do, peeking around the corner, I'm gonna some of that crown that the Kobold Queen was wearing is now gonna go flying at this thing with a telekinetic projectile.
Awesome. Okay. Roll
And,
attack.
in Draconic, he's going to be like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, shit, I could have used a fucking hero point.
And another hero point. You can still use a hero point to stabilize.
I will be.
So, I rolled a 10, which means I miss. Yeah, because that's an 18.
Yeah, it goes off into the mushroom field.
And Bridger just moves back and lets himself drop. I don't know if there's anything I can roll to like land on my feet at all.
Well, it's 10 feet. You only take half, the thing in damage. So, yeah, you can make an acrobatics check. See if you land on your feet. You'll probably still take, 1d6 damage, but
17.
that's enough to land on your feet. Let's see if you take any damage. 2 points of damage. And you are down off the...
Yep. To the others, he's going to say, like, maybe time to strategically retreat and see if we can pull it out of there in some way and away from our dead and dying friends.
Bommy, you need to make a death saving throw.
So how's that work again? I roll a d20.
And that's it.
No mods.
Nope. Just a flat check.
It's a flat check.
15.
And you, sir, stabilize.
Yay!
So you are no longer bleeding out. You are stable. If you want to use a hero point, at this point, you can get back into the fight.
Keeping in mind you're poisoned.
Yes.
And right next to the dragon.
Yes.
I think I'm just going to lay here for a little bit.
Okay. Give me one more flat check to see if you beat the poison.
Same thing, no mods?
Yep.
All right. Nice. 17.
You are not poisoned. Well done.
I like...
Oh, sorry. Clutch rolls. Sorry. Bad elbow. Sorry. But good job for you. All right, Bommy. That's your turn, unfortunately.
Yep. That's fine.
And...
So when I went down, would I have been near the dragon, or you said it flung me into the wall?
Well, actually, as soon as you left your spot, it would have hit you and stopped you right there. So
that was a flavor wall.
Okay.
yeah, that was a flavor wall.
All right. Got hit with a wall of flavor.
It was a wall over there.
You bounced back and landed down there. So that was it's now Donk's turn. Well, actually, it's not because they went both. But we're going to let Uko go before you. He should have went before Bommy too. That's my fault. So go ahead, Uko. Do something to stabilize Donk or Bommy or whatever you would like to do. It's your turn.
Tactical retreat? Gonna go back here and cast a 2-action heal at Nat.
Nat would appreciate you that. Fixing the damage you caused.
And then some. It's gonna be 16. It's a full action to draw something out, isn't it?
That's one action.
Okay, then I will do it later.
Okay. So that was the end of the order. Top of the order, since they go right before, I already let Bommy do his. Donk, do your death saving throw. Flat check.
It's a 20 on the die.
That, sir... Damn, it's almost a critical success. It's not critical. It almost was a critical success, but you are stable.
It was a 20 on the die?
Oh, it's a natural 20?
Yeah, it's a natural
then
20.
Then it's a critical success.
I mean, it's a flat check. How could it not be a...
Yep, sorry. That is a critical success, and your dying value reduces by 2, so you don't have that, so you are now recovered. You are just unconscious.
Okay. What is my option with this hero point?
If you spend the hero point, you can immediately come back into the fight. You will have 1 hit point, but you get your full 2 actions because you had to do the... Or no, you don't, because that's a separate check. So you have 3 actions, but you will have to pick up your weapon, and you can either stand up or attack from the floor. Doesn't really make a difference, and then try to get out. But you'll have 3 actions.
Okay. So I can spend this, and it'll take me to 1 hit point?
Yes.
And the hero point comes out.
Ballsy.
Pick up my weapon.
I like this. I like the cut of this goblin's jib.
I'm assuming you're also standing up.
Yep. And attacking the dragon.
Dun, dun, dun. So that is 1 to grab his weapon, 2 to stand up, and 3 to swing at this dragon.
Because fuck this dragon.
I love the idea that Donk gets this shit knocked out of him, and then just stands right back up and starts stabbing people.
He's going to get it knocked out of it again if he doesn't drop the dragon.
Is that a 21? Does that hit? Come on, man. 21?
Oh, it's so close.
Have you not realized how much higher this thing is than us?
Is that your final answer?
Has anybody got bless or anything?
No.
Not from this far away.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it.
Just barely scraped its scales. Wasn't enough to do any damage, unfortunately. So it's the baby's turn. And
I know what your problem is. You forgot to yell baby every round.
Yeah. Well, the flank doesn't count anymore either, so.
Right. If you would have had the flanker, it would have worked.
Yeah, god damn it, Balmy.
So it's going to
He's
go
stabilized.
ahead,
He's got weapons next to him. That's flank, right?
and it's going to kind of contemptuously walk past you up to the glowing ball of light. But as it goes past you, Donk, it's going to whip its tail out and try to smack you again. Oh, that is only a 17.
Does not hit.
All right. So you manage to duck under the tail, and it's going to try to bite you because apparently it's very very attracted to your little glowing body. And let's see, that is -5, 26.
That will hit.
All right. So bite it is 10 points of piercing damage and 4 points of poison damage. You'll have to make a flat check.
No save on that.
Yeah, give me a fortitude save. Sorry.
So how much poison damage?
4. And you get the poison condition, so you'll have to make a flat check on your next turn in order to stop that after you take the damage.
And that's at the end of the turn, right?
Yes, correct. And so it tail slapped him, it moved, and it bit, so it is done. It did not go into a frenzy that round. So you are up, Nat, but it's right in front of you.
I'm going to try to shoot it in the face.
Donk almost got it.
Hunted shot. Going to try to shoot it again.
Okay.
Third time's a charm, right?
So, Nat looks back at Uko and goes, "Help!" As somehow she can't hit the broadside of a bard.
I think you're just terrified because it's right there in front of you. It just bit you. The poison's coursing through your veins. You have a big puncture wound in your little body.
And then it's a flat check on the poison, right?
Yes.
That looks good.
16.
Yes, and you are no longer poisoned.
Imagine Uko standing across the room going,
2 thumbs up
Two
and
thumbs?
a big grin. All right. You got this. Well, Bridger, you are down at the bottom of the ledge in the main room, but it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'd like to have the thing come out where we could see it, but that obviously isn't going to happen.
It's trying.
You should be able to see it just by moving a little bit. I'm just
moving is a hassle.
hoping it doesn't come after you guys through here, because you're a little squishier than I am.
Not at this point.
If it gets up next to me, I'm dead. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, so I think we should all be wondering, like, what do we want to play next? I hear Blades in the Dark is a very popular system.
We just change systems every time.
Yeah, where's Neil?
Tooth's still out in the other room. He's out.
So Bridger moves back some, and Mark, you'll have to tell me whether or not you think I can see it from here.
You're fine.
Okay.
With your height and its size, yeah, you can. It's plugging up that hole trying to get
How tall
it.
am I? Oh, it's 6'2". All right.
Yeah.
So I conjure up. I'm kind of out of things to do, and this thing is so willful. It's hard to hit him with some of my other spells. So I conjure up out of that hole next to me here, the big one. At first, I get the whole kobold corpse, and I'm like, no, not that one. All right. And I pull up a fish spine, and I.
Telekinetic projectile. Roll well.
Finish him.
That's a 15 on the die, which is a 23.
That is a hit, sir.
Holy shit balls! I actually fucking hit something.
I pray
Look
you
at that.
kill this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's probably not going
With
to
a
happen.
fish bone. That'd be awesome.
6 damage.
6 points of damage.
Good old fishbone
Come on,
spear.
drop it.
It is really, really, really hurt.
And then in Draconic, he will say, you could just leave and we'll get our friends and we'll leave too. Parlay?
It kind of turns its head to one side, and then an ear-splitting comes out.
Your dialect is atrocious.
We have to work on your grammar, man.
It's pronounced.
Uko, you just saw him whip up a big fish spine and throw it into the face of this dragon, hitting it and making it bleed around its eyes. What would you like to do? You have poor Nat at its feet, and snout snapping out at him. You don't know what happened to Bommy or poor Donk because you ran.
Seems they're just dead.
Not too far off.
Uko draws out the new wand that he just got, knowing that he's out of healing spells now.
What was that a wand of? I forgot.
Healing!
Oh, okay.
Kisses the wand, and then casts a 2-action heal at our archer friend up front.
The Sprite meat shield.
It's 18.
Clutch!
Fuck yeah!
Clutch spell right there.
All right.
Very, very good.
Bring it, Dragon Bridge.
Now you can survive all 3 of its attacks before it drops you.
Exactly. The good news is my other spell that I have prepared, you have to be alive for me to cast on you.
All right, so we are at top of the order, and Bommy, you are unconscious, but you are stable. Now, do you want to burn your hero point and come back into the fight, or do you just want to lay there?
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Oh, here we go. That's what I like to see right there. So, Bommy's eyes snap open. He gropes around. He finds his dueling sword. He raises his head and sees that the dragon appears to be distracted, trying to snap at something outside the cavern. Not sure what's going on. You just woke up. You see Donk looking at his sword like, fuck, why? Almost.
Why won't you hit it? Yeah, I can picture that. I stand up.
Okay.
I attack.
I'm going to point out that all of us have used our hero points in this fight.
And if I had another one, I would use it. Because I think I missed.
Hey, you know what? That's pretty brave, Britt. Hero point.
Yep. Thanks.
Actually, I tell you what.
What are you going to tell me?
I'll give Donk and Bommy a hero point because that was very brave to burn their hero point.
I'll give it right
to
back
come
to you.
back with a dragon right there in the same room.
19 on the die.
Hey, what's the total?
23.
That is a hit, sir.
And
Come on, you can be it. You can do it.
give me some big numbers, no whammies.
Don't forget sneak attack.
It
Thanks.
doesn't get sneak attack.
Why not?
The dog doesn't threaten? Can't the dog bite?
It's a familiar.
And he's got a ranged weapon out, unfortunately. What's the total?
If this thing survives by 1d6,
What's the total?
I'm working
We're
on it.
drowning that dog.
I'm going to cry.
Would you believe?
Getting you a real dog.
11! Bommy comes forward, dragging himself back from the brink of death. Chops down with a mighty roar into the back of the spine of the dragon, severing an artery. It screams and then falls onto the ground as its lifeblood flows away into the cavern. The dragon is dead.
And my battle cry was,
Where's the damn fish? Baby!
I just had a vision.
You guys survived!
Sorry, Will.
I just had a vision of Nat riding 2 white corgis. One wheel and one a familiar.
double
He's got a harness that runs between the two of them. He's got one leg on both of them, and he stands while he's riding.
like the lady that rides the horses barefoot in the circus.
Yep.
If we got him just one white corgi, he rides upon a pale corgi, and his name is Death. Because let's face it, that little fucker can dish out some fucking damage.
I tell you, between him and Donk, they did the majority of the damage on this thing. Bommy got a lick in, I think. Did you hit once?
At the end,
Yeah, at the end. He did the end. You missed by 1 point of its AC. You would have hit it. After that last attack, it was down to 5 hit points, and he doubled it. So that was all. It was hurting. It was hurting for certain. The best thing that happened there is if you guys wouldn't have done that, it was going to breathe because it had recharged. So that would have been Katie. Boom, boom, out goes the lights. Katie, bar the door. Well done. Very exciting. Very nail biter for me because I thought I was going to kill 2 of you guys. I really don't like killing people as much as Will says the opposite. I don't like to kill people.
One of my characters has spent more time on the ground than on his feet.
You were nervous, Mark? You were nervous?
I was nervous.
Good to know!
Yeah.
You guys can work together and pull this carcass out of the way, so the rest of your compatriots can come back in and help you search the room. As you look around through the cavern, you notice that it came from the northeast corner, and as you look around from the floor, you can see a pile of coins glittering in the subdued golden yellow light. You're going to have to climb up there to the ledge. Who would like to try that?
Ain't no shape to do
I can do the climbing, but I'm really hoping that our healer can do anything for me.
Before any of that even happens, Bridger is going to walk up to Balmy and be like, hey, bro, next time I ask you to wait a moment, you want to maybe fucking wait a moment?
You guys do have 3 healing potions.
I could attempt battle medicine on you.
And a potion would be great, too.
How many hit points do you have, just in case? Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, the healing potion first might be a good idea.
Are you sure? I was all ready to roll the die. Are you sure?
I saw what he did to Nat. You're not supposed to pull his wings off.
Well, they were in the way. I had to get to the wound.
Do you want a healing potion before I try to heal you?
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
1d8. Roll 1d8. Kurt.
Pete, do you have the markdown of how many healing potions we've gotten? I think it was 3.
3 total, yeah.
It's a D8 plus what?
Just a d8.
Just raw D8.
Yeah.
Now we have 2.
Okay. You get 3 more.
All right.
You didn't hurt him, though. That's good.
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
kind of surprising. I rolled a 15.
Balmy, how many do you have?
As far as I know, just 1.
Okay, so you want a healing potion, too, before he
Yeah,
tries to
probably.
medicine check
Probably,
you?
yeah.
So roll a d8. What'd you get?
Fuck!
1.
Then I have 2.
I just crit success that.
Nice.
So that's going to be 12.
Thank you.
Well done.
Goblin anatomy is a little weird.
I guess.
Got lots of teeth in there. Look out for them all.
So who else needs healing while he's got the stuff out? You have plenty of time.
Not hurt enough to risk your ass.
Don't blame you.
Now that Donk, now you're all patched up. You're wanting to scamper up to the ledge.
Yeah, and
Is anybody else going to go with Donk?
I have some climb stuff that
We'll
makes it
go up
easier.
there.
I mean,
Now that I feel better, I'll go.
okay, that'll work. Gonna say if Dunk wants, I can ride him up there, leave Flea behind, but I'm not climbing that fucking thing.
Yeah, you can come up if you want to hang on.
Just get on his shoulder. All right, so Donk, go ahead and give me a athletics check to climb, or to get up there, and then you'll have a rope. I'm sure you can get the rest of them up there
And
without much
How
problem.
tall is it?
It's 10 feet.
Got a 19 on the die. What else was it? Athletics?
Yeah.
It's a 24.
All right. Well, that is not a crit success, but it's enough to get you up to the top of the ledge.
Yeah, it was a +2 for the climbing also on top of that. So
26. Well, that is a critical success. So you just scamper right up there like the monkey you are, and you carry Nat up on your back. When you get to the top of there, you have a rope thrown down, tied around with the mushrooms, and everybody else can make their way up eventually. On top of the ledge, since a small pile or a huge pile of coins in a small chest, you take time to kind of go through the chest and the pile. You're going to find 429 copper pieces, 63 silver pieces, and 18 gold pieces in this vast pile. And strangely enough, sitting on top of the chest, not in it as you would assume, but sitting on top of the chest, there is also a single giant emerald that vaguely looks like a dragon eye, which you think could be sold for about 20 gold pieces all by itself.
Ooh.
Also, from your vantage point up there, and as you guys made the way to the back of the cavern, to the north, you see another opening in the wall that you're probably sure leads farther into the earth. Do you want to go check that out? you can smell fresh air coming in from there also.
Let's go check
Matt's
it
all
out.
for checking it out.
Absolutely.
Hey, before we leave,
Yes.
Bridger did not go up there. He is harvesting dragon parts.
Oh, okay.
They's good
Sounds
money in
good.
that. Keep it up.
And you'll want to have proof that something actually did eat all these fish.
Yes, he figures he can take the head up, and then he wants to try to harvest.
Well, actually, you could probably take the whole body with you. There's enough of you. It's a medium-sized hatchling, so it's just a little bit bigger than like you are.
Yeah,
but its wings are.
We
are
also
out
got
there.
an orc we got to haul upstairs too.
Well, that's true. I forgot about the orc.
If we cut off the head, we could shove it over the orc's head.
Just slit the neck and put him in there like
He wakes up with
like a
that on his
tauntaun.
face.
You put him in like a tauntaun. You thought those smelled bad on the inside or the outside.
Imagine all the poison on the inside.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what Bridger is doing. The rest of you, in the back of the grotto, you find a tunnel that is long and winding, and you explore it for probably about a half hour. You find that it gently slopes upward, and you can feel the breeze getting stronger as you get higher. After about another 30 minutes, so a total of an hour, you emerge from a small cave in a ravine outside the town of Otari. Remnants of a camp around the cave's entrance indicate that these kobolds stayed here for some time before heading back under the town to work their mischief.
Little rat bastards.
So what would you guys like to do now? I assume you come back and tell Bridger that, hey, there's a way out here, but we have to, go way down the coast. It might be just quicker to go back up through the caverns in the basement.
Yeah, probably that. Provide light once I get back there. Dancing light's the thing, so that if he is still planning to gather things instead of carrying it out, we'll be able to actually see.
Probably at this point both. Like there's certain parts he wants personally, but then the rest can be sold off because like he's not going to harvest each individual scale, but the dragon scales are worth something and stuff like that. But he wants, as per usual, he wants knuckle bones and things like that.
Cool, easy enough to accomplish with the time that you have.
I smell the dragon. Does it smell edible?
It's pretty gamey, even to a goblin, and you're not too sure because it was a poison-using beast. You're not sure if that's going to suffuse the meat or not, or if it's just the glands. So you give me a nature check and see if you can figure it out.
Once they return, Nat would try to refocus.
14.
Yeah, you're thinking that the poison was pretty strong, and you probably don't want to. You could, but you're just not really sure how to turn out.
I have enough.
So you guys going to make your way back through the cavern complex?
Yeah.
Back up to the basement?
Yeah, I bust out the pickle jar. I share with Bridger because he seems to be. I don't see too many others eating my pickles, but I'll share with him.
I imagine he's got like carrying this dragon by its tail over his shoulder, so he just kind of leans down and like opens his mouth like, just toss it in.
We're walking through the cave and I'm pitching stuff at his mouth.
It's like a carnival game.
Somebody else has got to take Tooth up though, because
Uko grabs one leg
thing's heavy.
of Tooth's and
Nat grabs the other leg.
starts pulling.
You seen that? She's like holding on to the leg and a bear hug riding on it.
Unconscious for this length of time is probably going to cause some mental damage.
Just wait till we get to the stairs.
Yeah. Thunk, 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 thunk. That's what I'm seeing.
Well, he had non-lethal damage, didn't he?
No, hey, we could do a lot of things.
Okay.
Thunk, 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 thunk.
Okay. You know what's fucked up about that is he's always on my ass, but you guys are the ones that are fucking him up.
But the nice thing is he'll never know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, they just held you down and beat the crap out of you.
We tried to stop him, I promise.
Dude, I didn't even know dragons liked anal. I'm sorry.
They thought it was your cloaca.
Oh, God.
Here's a question for our zoologist. Dragons have cloacas?
All right, so you guys, now that you know where you're going because you've been there before. Doesn't take you near as long to traverse the caverns and the cave complex to get back to the basement. After a couple of solid hours of travel, even slowed down by the remains of the dragon and Tooth's large frame, you're able to transverse the chasm, and you make it back into the basement proper. It is now early morning of the second day. You know the ship's captain is supposed to be there the next morning, and you're met with a problem. You only have about one good solid crate of fish and a half a barrel of fish heads and tails that Nat was able to gather together. So maybe now would be time to kind of plan what you were going to tell Tamerley Tanderville.
We have a lot of definitely edible dragon meat.
The patrons in the bar here is coming up the stairs. Thud, sorry. Thud, sorry. Thud,
I'm going to point out, we don't have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
We have a shit ton of loot. She has a fucking problem.
And she owes us money.
That's really the biggest problem she's got.
Money.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything about us supplying her with fish. It was find out what the fuck's going on and bring them back if you can.
We went through that last time.
Yep.
Yeah, which some of us at least had agreed that, like, okay, a miscommunication, we won't take your money, because she literally also told us that unless she gets paid for the fish,
I know.
there is no money. But I'm also wondering how expensive this fucking fish is that she's going to make 300 gold pieces to pay us and then still make a profit herself.
It was a lot of fish.
Yeah.
It
but
had to be a lot of fish.
regardless, Bridger at this point almost doesn't even fucking care. He's just going to go into the middle of that bar, plop down the fucking dragon, and just sit down on a stool and be like, one breakfast, please.
So you guys come up out of the basement, and you find that the fishery has again changed back to the form you first saw it in. There's no tables; the barrels are all pushed to the side, and Tamerley is out front, and she's looking out the front of the fishery, and she hears the door creak open behind her, and she turns around. And she goes, "Oh, you're back! Oh, wonderful! Did you find my fish?"
Well, some parts of it.
Bridger, have you walked out of the door yet?
Yeah, he just, like I said, he's just going to go find a place to sit down, and, like, just as soon as he's next to it, he just drops the tail and just sits, like, ugh.
She goes,
You had a small dragon problem.
what?
That's not very small. I would say that's a big dragon, but the dragon was a problem.
Now, okay, I went back down there after you left, and I saw the huge holes in the wall and the dead rats that were very large. But where did you find a dragon in my basement?
Did you go through the hole in the wall?
Oh, no. There was a big chasm there. I with my leg, there's no way I could have climbed across that at all.
We
That's where the
took her
dragon
down
was.
there and put planks down.
Right, I'm not, no.
Okay.
I didn't go across, but so how far did...
Very
that's a
far.
dragon. I mean, it's a baby, but oh my goodness, what happened?
We killed it.
Well, obviously, young sprite, but...
Well, there-
breakfast, please.
Well, we really don't start feeding until after hours, but I can whip you something up, and she goes back to the kitchen area, and she puts some food on. Do you all like seagull eggs? I have several of those. They're fresh.
That sounds good. Yes.
Dog will eat seagull eggs, no problem.
And she goes, oh, okay. And I have some sausage. And so she's making you seagull eggs and sausage. She goes, oh, I've got some peppers and a couple onions. You want to scramble?
Mother's milk to me.
All right. So she begins to whip you guys up a breakfast, and she goes, so, yes, tell me how this dragon ended up in the caverns under my basement?
How would we know that? We just know it was down there and we took care of the problem.
Looky here. When a daddy dragon and a mama dragon really like each other a lot.
Are you
So
saying there was a mommy dragon and a daddy dragon down there?
But
there were these kobolds that were taking care of this dragon like a pet or like a baby? and they were feeding it all of your fish.
So it was the kobolds that stole all my fish.
Yes, I believe so.
And did you guys deal with the kobolds?
Yeah, they're gone,
But let me guess,
including the queen.
there was a queen kobold?
Yeah.
And
Uko shows the dented, terribly made crown.
that
Was
that
a fish.
looks like fish bones. Yes. I just thought this was a simple, rats in the basement thing because I saw the red eyes and heard
Bigger
the
than rats, for
scuttering.
sure.
And this is much more involved. But I understand why you couldn't find the fish because I'm guessing the dragon ate all of them.
Well, I mean, if you cut the dragon open, there's probably fish inside still.
I don't think I could sell those, but I'm good to my word. I had my savings, so I'll go ahead and pay you all because you did way more than what I ever thought that you would have to do. And in fact, I mean, you guys have a friend for as long as you want to stay in Otari. The Otari fishery will support you guys in any way that we can. If you're going to stay here and help out, then I'm sure that we can give this. You have meals here whenever you need to, and I'll do everything I can to spread far and wide. Do you guys have a name for your group?
We need a name.
Or does that mean we're officially a group? And for the first time in a little while, Bridger looks like he's got a big smile, like a kid on Christmas.
I thought we were helping her. Do we want to do more traveling together? I mean, the librarian might start missing me. I should probably check in with him.
Her.
Oh, is it a girl?
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell. She doesn't save.
Tamily just looks at you and kind of shakes her head. She is a fine woman, I will have you know, and she can't help it.
She is very nice.
We'll get back to you on the name.
Yeah, we gotta
Next
do some
time
thinning.
on Pete's Chicken Ranch.
Well, what he was trying to say, folks, is we'll find out the name for the group and what they're going to do in Otari further next time on Shield Bash. Thank you for listening.
Shield Bash is made in association with Knights of the Octagon and the Farmageddon Gaming Convention. Find us online at shieldbash.net, on Facebook at Shield Bash, on Twitter at Bash Shield, and on YouTube at Shield Bash. Bumper music provided by Lee Rosevere. Other artists can be found in the episode description. Troubles in Otari, Abomination Vaults, Serpent Skull, and Pathfinder are the property of Paizo Publishing Inc. Leave a comment on iTunes for a chance to hear us read it out on the podcast. Questions and comments can be sent to shieldbashpodcast@gmail.com.